Hello everyone, and welcome to a game of World of Warships. Today it's once again me playing, and I'm in the Jean Bart. But before we continue with this game, there is a small announcement I have to make. So basically next week I'm moving. And this means I won't have time to make any videos. Then there will be Christmas, and I will be visiting family. So also no time to make videos. Which means basically the next video will come early next year. So I might try to stream next week if I get the internet working and everything set up in my new home. So I might have time for a short stream in the evening at some point. But no promises there. But yeah, anyway, so Merry Christmas everyone, and expect the next video early January. So anyway, let's get back to the game we are in right now. I'm in the Jean Bart, as mentioned earlier. I have amazing matchmaking because there are only 3 tier 9s and I'm being top tier, something that's very rare in a tier 9 ship. Now we have 2 destroyers, we have an Asasho at the C cap, and we have a Kitakaze who tried B. Now I feel slightly bad for not supporting the B cap. I thought like A was the safer bet early on, but they had 2 cruisers push very aggressively the B cap. And I mean, we don't have a destroyer at A. Usually you really want to back up your destroyers. But the enemy team doesn't have a destroyer here either. So I felt like we might be able to push in here. And I got some nice citadels. Now, if I'd stayed more in the center, I might have been able to stop those cruisers from pushing in. And then we might have made something in the B cap, so that's my bad. Maybe I should have just gone towards the center instead of backing this flank here. But be that as it may, that's first blood, that's at least a decent start. Our destroyer in the center managed to retreat, and the enemy team, like, they didn't even get B right now. The cruisers here are in retreat, and there are some very nice juicy broadside cruisers that I can shoot at. Now basically, I might want to angle against those cruisers because yeah, the armor piercing can hurt, but what I want is I want to get closer to this island and then park with my nose towards those guys. Because I felt like I want the cover of this island, so I want to be close before I turn. Now I took quite a little beating here, so maybe I should have turned a little bit earlier. But I managed to get in the spots that I wanted to. Now we also have a York who is pretty aggressive, and for a York that's too aggressive, right? And we have a few ships that are a bit passive. Now I assume they are afraid of the big enemy red blob, but they aren't actually that scary. And I'm fine here, I feel like I can reverse behind this island if I truly need to. And, well, yeah, it's unlikely that I actually cap this thing because I'm going to be shot at, but you know. Who knows? Now our Kitakaze is still trying to contest the center, and now with the enemy Kitakaze being alone, that might actually work. Now we can also saw briefly the smoke screen where the Kitakaze is, so there might be torpedoes coming from my left. I'm not exactly sure how far the Kitakaze is away. I mean, he's still in the B cap. He might... I actually thought the Kitakaze might just leave and come here and torpedo me, but it looks like that's not the case so far. Also, I haven't done a very good job of using my reload booster so far, and I've actually let the one cruiser here escape because my aim was bad, which is bad in itself. Like, that hipper I should have managed to sink that hipper. I didn't give quite enough lead, should have given a little bit more. Didn't get too lucky with my dispersion either, I suppose, but anyway. I will get another chance to sink the tipper soon, so yeah. And my reinforcements have arrived, so that's good. At the C cap, it looks like the enemy team might be in retreat. The enemy destroyer there got taken out, so a friendly Asasho will just be able to sail in there and take it, especially with the radar leaving. We also might be getting the center, so that's good. And yeah, I'm... okay. So I managed to hit on the hipper, but it looks like he might escape. Then again, I'm... okay. So I probably should have still tried to take a shot at the cruiser. if I had like already my aim placed at the spot. Well, I mean, I could have potentially sunk the cruiser if I'd taken a blind shot there, but you know, instead I got battleship. Not too bad. So, now we have a Leon coming in here. There is also a Cyclone starting pretty soon, by the way. Now I have two choices. I can use this island as cover from the Leon as he pushes in. I definitely don't want him farming my broadside. And then I can focus on like the Prince Eugen here. Or I could reverse a little bit and try to get shots into the Leon if he pushes this way. I mean, the Leon should be farmed pretty nicely by my team here. Also, we actually managed to take the cap. And it's not even an assisted in cap, it's like a full captured medal that I have here, so that's nice, in a battleship. Now, we still don't have the sea cap, which is mind-boggling for me. I mean, we have an Asasha there and the Raider left, and they don't have a destroyer. The Asasha could have just sailed in there and taken the cap. But, you know. So the Kitakase that managed to get the center is now coming here to support us. And the enemy Kitakase, oh, the Kitakase found each other. I'm not sure if our Kitakase has any help, and I feel like our Kitakase has already lost too much health, unfortunately. So that's a bit of a shame. Now, meanwhile, I think we are dealing with the Leon here, and... Yep. Look, there is the Hipper that... so far survived far too much. Now, question is what do we want to do next. The Leon is taken care of, the Cyclone is almost in full swing. Now, if I move forward here, I might show my broadside to the hood, but the Cyclone should very soon protect me from that. Now, basically, I kind of want to catch the enemy in the B cap in a crossfire if possible, but I mean, with the Cyclone, it's probably not possible. We have 4 ships coming from the right side, and our Sasha still doesn't want to get the C cap for some reason. I guess he's going there to, I don't know, torpedo those battleships? Oh well. I mean, it's looking pretty good for us. We are definitely having the cap advantage and we are 1 ship ahead. Now, Cyclone is in full swing and I'm kind of pushing the Prince Eugen. You could argue that I should wait for the ships behind me, because I mean, I will be able to shoot the enemy sooner than they will, so I won't have support the moment I see the enemy. And well, obviously the German cruiser has torpedoes and he will come close in order to use them, and I probably can't sink him before he gets a torpedo launcher off, which is a shame. Now what I could do is, I guess I could immediately stop and reverse with my speed boost, and maybe that's what I should do, to be honest. And yeah, that's aimed too low, I can't really overmatch his bow. So... But I mean, I don't know all of the overmatch thresholds by heart. I actually don't know the bow armor of the Prince Eugen, I probably should. So as soon as he shows me broadside, I'm actually using the reload booster, and I'm also using my speed boost and going forward here, hoping that I can dodge like this. Turns out I can't, I'm taking 2 torps, but I'm sinking the enemy cruiser. So, I don't know, I feel like if I'd reversed and used speed boost, it would have been more beneficial, probably. But there is the Kitakase. Now, my advantage this time is I have this sinking wreck here as some cover, so I'm going straight for it, and I'm hoping that this sinks slowly enough that it will still protect me from torpedoes. Meanwhile, I'm going for high explosive, because, you know, with the change to armor piercing penetration, might want to go high explosive against destroyers. And this worked marvelously. Also, we never actually got the C cap, which is a shame, because the Sasha could have taken it at any time in, I don't know, the last 5 minutes or so. And the enemy team actually pushed our guys at sea, we weren't fast enough to reinforce them, and we lost a lot of ships over there. So suddenly it's not looking so good anymore for us. Now, thankfully I got this Kitakar set, that's obviously pretty nice. The enemy team is out of destroyers, we are as well. And we have a Donskoy and the Scharnhorst hunting down the Hood, and the Monarch and me moving in towards B. Now I hope they will deal with the Hood quite swiftly and come in. I kind of want to support Magnicy now here. The enemy team is, by the way, doing a very great job of sticking together. And they really just like pushed together into C and used that Cyclone, I guess, to deal with our forces there. Now I'm moving here very slowly because I want that Monarch to take the lead, right? I'm on very low health. I do have 2 heals left, so I'm using one right now. And I want that Monarch to take the frontal assault. That Monarch is he on full health still? Yeah, he is basically on full health still. Now, the Scharnhorst, I don't know why the Scharnhorst turned back around. The Hood and the Donskoy sink each other. So, I mean, could have been better, could have been worse. We need that Scharnhorst here. So, also, you saw me briefly take a blind shot here. You have an indication on the minimap, like this small circle, that shows you where exactly your guns are aimed. You can use that in a Cyclone to shoot ships that are spotted. It's not perfect, but it might help you hit something. It's a very useful tool. So, got some nice shells into the Baltimore here. The next salvo might just sink her, but it looks like the Monarch is faster. Okay, so we have 3 battleships here. The Scharnhorst is unfortunately too far behind to help us. We are 1 ship ahead, we are points-wise ahead. Yeah, okay, that Gneisenau goes down, so we are basically equal on ships. So I definitely don't want to push far this way, because I might be running into the Jean Bart and the Donskoy. What I want is, I want to create a crossfire on these Tirpitz, and I want to create that by basically, if that Tirpitz comes around this corner, what I'm hoping he will, then he has the Monarch in front of us and me to his side, and we can farm these Tirpitz. The problem is, I don't know when the enemy reinforcements will arrive, right? The worst case that could possibly happen is the Jean Bart showing up here towards my broadside and farming me. That would be pretty disastrous. Now what I could do is I could turn my ship around and go further away, but I mean I have my guns at the front. And I mean there is still this whole Cyclone business going. And yeah, worst case scenario, the Jean Bart showed up. I did actually manage to get the camp, so that's nice. That's my 2nd solo capture this match. So now I'm in trouble. This Jean Bart will just farm my broadside, the next salvo could easily sink me. I desperately have to angle, which means that I'm opening up for the Tirpitz, but the Tirpitz is not aiming at me just yet, I think. So I get some nice shots into his broadside, and that's exactly why I wanted to create a crossfire. My last heal is going, and will that be enough? Got a fire on the Tirpitz, I think on the Tirpitz, that's nice. So shells are off, and oh, not enough. I mean, we still have the Monarch here. The Monarch could finish the Tirpitz here, if I'm lucky. But I mean, the Jean Bart will just farm me anyway then. And, well, I got him, he got me. So it's now a 2 against 2. We still have, we still have the points advantage, and it's 5 minutes left. So, in theory, let me unlock the camera here. So, in theory, our ships could potentially win by running away or something like that. Now let's see if we can get a nice angle here. So we have a Monarch that's still very healthy, we have the Scharnhorst that's still reasonably healthy, and we still have a Cyclone going, and we do have a bit of a lead there. So I guess what the Monarch could try is, he could, I guess, try to just sail away here and then go take C or something. That might actually work. Or they could just sink the enemies here. Now the Scharnhorst is torpedoing the Jean Bart. I'm not sure why he isn't going for the Donskoy instead. He might also be running into my wreck here. Now the Donskoy has torpedoes, so he probably wants to stay away from the Donskoy. And we still have this full health Monarch that is for some reason trying to ram the Jean Bart. That was not a good trade for us, and that's a loss. Well, here we are with the results. Little bit of a sad ending there, but very well played, I guess, from the enemy Donskoy there. I managed to get myself 1820 base experience in a defeat, which is pretty nice. So, yeah. So I earned myself the Confederate, the Kraken, the First Blood, and the High Caliber, scoring 195,000 points of damage. So honestly, I had fun playing this game, although it was a bit of a heartbreak in the end. So I hope you enjoyed watching it, and well, I'll be back early January, and you know, I might just squeeze in a live stream until then. But yeah, Merry Christmas, and I'll see you then.